Well, that was fast. That's right, Dortmund lost to Bayern Munich 2-1 in the DFB Pokal round of 16 at the Allianz Arena, and it was a crazy game overall. If you look at it, yes, Bayern were the most dominant team throughout the game, but Dortmund had a late spark that almost got them back into it and almost equalized to make it go into extra time. It was a really good game overall. Let's talk about the first half right away, and then we're going to get into the player ratings after the game. Now, first half, oh my god, I just want to say Bayern were all over us. They were running riot. It was not even a back and forth game. Bayern were just in full control. I don't know what we were thinking. We were just playing so badly. First 9 minutes, Bayern could have made it 3-0. Game, set, match that fast. That's how bad we played. 3 golden opportunities in 9 minutes could have killed us off that fast. Berkey, I have to say, played his heart out today. One of the best performances I've ever seen from Berkey. Yes, he's made saves like that. Yes, he's played like that. But this was the game that we needed him the most, and he came and arrived. He made some great leg saves, some reflex saves. It was amazing. Until, of course, when Boateng came and scored in the 12th minute through a corner that Sula got to, hit the crossbar with his header, bounced. Defense kind of froze, stood there, looked at the ball, as usual. And Boateng came, rose highest, smacked it back in there with his head. Berkey could not save it. There was no way he could. It was a nice header, and it was a deserved 1-0 lead to Bayern. Dortmund did have a couple chances in the first half, though. Yarmolenko being guilty of a good chance that could have led to the, Dortmund's goal. But, of course, he fluffed it. It's just, as usual. I mean, the ball was amazing by Pulisic. It was phenomenal. Crosses it all the way down to the path. He literally just skipped 2 defenders with that ball. It was beautiful. It's like Mkhitaryan back in 2015, 2016. Oh my, it was magnificent. Yarmolenko lashed onto the ball, and he took that first touch, and it was a good shot. I mean, it wasn't a bad touch. He got it with his right foot, switched to his left, hit it with his left, and then Alaba was there to save the day with a headed clearance, which, I mean, it was fast. The way he got up that fast and was just like, wow. I mean, I got to give credit to him because that was actually really good. And I'm not saying Yarmolenko shouldn't have equalized in that. He should have equalized because that chance was too good for us. His touch on his right was good, but I felt like he was just too slow to get to his left. If he was a little faster, he might have beat Alaba, but he was too slow, and Alaba was able to get up right away and find where he was going to shoot and head it out of the line. After that, Bayern, of course, was still in the front seat. They were just pretty much killing us off the whole time, and it was just like one-way traffic. And all of us were like, well, this is going to either end up 4-0, 5-0, and it's going to be an embarrassment. Now I'm going to be sitting in the corner crying tonight in my bed. Berkey, like I said, was the man. He was the legend today in this game. Definitely man of the match, no matter what. Without him, we would have definitely been down 4 or 5-0 in the first half. But thankfully, Berkey came in clutch and kept it 2-0. The 2-0 happened when Lewandowski Müller actually did a nice little tiki-taka 1-2. The defense of ours, oh my god, I don't know what to say. It was terrible. But the way they did it was a nice goal. They combined well. Müller set free, chipped it over Berkey. It was a nice chip, I gotta say. I like Müller as a player. I don't like him when he plays with Bayern because he's a cocky little douche.
Watch your profanity.
Other than that, he's a great player. And I like watching him when he plays for Germany. But here, let me just tell you the scenario here. So, basically, the 1-2, it was nice, but it was very readable. You could see that a mile away they're going to do that. But Schmelzer couldn't, I don't know, he didn't run with Müller the whole time. And he kind of let him go. And Toprak, when Lewandowski did that pass, Toprak decided, I'm going to try to stretch. So he stretches it, stretches his leg. This is very realistic. This is perfect. He stretches his leg, misses the ball, and this is what he does. That's his reaction. He pretty much gave up right away. As soon as he missed that ball, he was like, well, that's a goal. Oh, darn. That sucks. And I'm not saying Schmelzer didn't do that too, because he did. He did the exact same thing. As soon as Müller went on goal, Schmelzer went like this and stopped. He looked at Toprak and was like, Schmelzer and Toprak were definitely guilty of the defensive mistakes that happened today. No doubt in my mind. It was so bad from them. I do not want to see Schmelzer start. I'm telling you, I don't. These past few games, he has been terrible. Yes, he's had okay games, but I want a person that can play and actually do good and stay consistent. I feel like Guerrero, if he plays left back, he can definitely deliver. Even though he hasn't been playing really well, especially this game, he was gone. He disappeared. He was not even there. But I feel like if Guerrero plays as left back, he can definitely find his form again. This game just kind of shows why I don't want Schmelzer as left back anymore. And that was this first half. It was all Bayern. It was literally all Bayern. Second half came in, and that's when things definitely changed. The Hood coming on in the 35th minute to replace Bartra definitely kind of helped a little bit. Not as much as it did in the second half, though, let me tell you that. Peter Stoker definitely gave the team a sturdy, stern talk, because the team looked very good. Not from the start of the second half, because right when the second half started, Mueller had a perfect goal-scoring opportunity, and Berkey, of course, again, saved the day. After that goal-scoring chance that Mueller fluffed, that's when Dortmund started to kick in. That's when things definitely changed. After the 50th minute, Dortmund looked the better side 100%. We were winning tackles. We were getting good fouls in. We were aggressive. This is what we were missing the first half, and we showed it so well that we were actually on top of Bayern the whole time. 50th minute throughout the game, we were all over Bayern, and there were some chances where Bayern broke away, had some scoring chances, but I'm ignoring that because we were all over them. It was until the 77th minute when Kagawa's magic appeared. He just did a little fake shot, swerved two defenders, and went past, crossed it, a beautiful ball. Yarmolenko back post, hits it in. Ulrich, I have to say, could have possibly saved it, but it was a powerful header, so it went right in. Yarmolenko got his goal finally, and we were only 2-1 down, and this is when the whole comeback started going on. Having that goal, definitely, you could see that Bayern kind of shook a little bit. They were a little more unstable, but their defending was still really good. They still held off attacks. They were still, doing Bayern stuff. And then at the 90th minute, when Isaac came on, the man, he's really good too. I don't know why we don't play him, I don't know why we don't play him ahead of Aubameyang sometimes. Like, even if Aubameyang's injured or, fitness level isn't good, why aren't we playing Isaac? And this is a prime example of why we should play him, because he actually was finding space in the box. He was actually making great runs. It was like, bro, nice. And Isaac had a perfect chance to make it 2-2 and would have sent us to extra time. And physically and how we looked, I feel like we could have definitely won it in extra time. Maybe just kept it to penalties and then won in penalties possibly. Isaac, I don't know why, but Dortmund decides we should take 1,000 more touches before we shoot the ball. Just shooting it on his left or shooting on his right first time he took another touch, which Dortmund players just so have to do every single time for some reason. So he took that second touch, actually took like 3 more touches, and then shot it, and Boateng got the deflection off it and almost went in, and actually almost hit the post, or almost could have went in. But they were lucky, and it ended 2-1. Bayern advanced to the quarterfinals in the DFB Pokal, and we are already out of the Pokal, just like that. Yes, I'm sad. I'm actually pretty upset that we couldn't get past Bayern. It's definitely thought we could, especially after the 2 games. Yes, we were lucky in both those games, but we did show a lot of fight in both of the games, and definitely showed improvement that should have and could have gotten us past Bayern. But the first half completely destroyed us. If we didn't play that badly, and I think if we played like we did in the second half and the first half, we would definitely have beaten Bayern, or at least took him to extra time. But the first half, that was all our fault, and we gave it up. But down to the player ratings. Now where it's time to talk about the player ratings. Ratings, I'm going to start with Berkey, the main man. I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10, honestly. I could give him a 9, but I'm going to give him a 10 because I felt like he was just amazing throughout the game. The 2 goals that we conceded were not his fault. He could not save them. He tried his best, but he couldn't. Every other save he had was brilliant. It was amazing. He was De Gea out there for us. So Berkey, 10 out of 10. Start with defense now. I'm going to go with Schmelzer. I didn't like the way he played today. Maybe he had a couple good passes. He did some nice interceptions, whatever. But I'm gonna give him 4 out of 10. He didn't have a good day today. Not today. Nope, wasn't too good. Toprak, I don't want to get started with you, buddy. I don't know if I should give you a good grade or not. I'm not going to, actually. What am I thinking? I'm going to give you a 3 out of 10 because you just were not in the game. You were, your tackles were too slow. You gave up just too many times. I just didn't like the way you played today. It was bad. So Kratis was, of course, the best center back out there today. Definitely played better than the 3. But still not the best game. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Wasn't his best, did some okay things, but wasn't as good as he should have been. Bartra, I can't really give him a good grade because he got subbed out super quick. So I'll probably just give him a 4 out of 10 because, yes, he had like one good moment. But other than that, he was absolutely dreadful. And I hate seeing Bartra like that because I love him to death because everything he went through and everything like that. But, I mean, I hope he finds his form because he was awful. Toljan, I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. I thought he had a pretty good game. He had some iffy moments. He had to take on Alaba and Ribery on that side, and he did pretty well to keep him at bay. Second half definitely looked a lot better, I have to say, Toljan. I mean, he has been outstanding ever since Stoker came, so I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Guerrero. Yes, Guerrero. I'm talking to you. I don't know. You got subbed out the 55th minute, and you didn't have a good game at all. You were invisible pretty much the whole time. I'm going to give you a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, but you just did not play good today at all. Weigl, I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10. Not the best game, of course, but when Dortmund were looking more control, that's when he definitely shined. But when we were playing terribly, like he was just another guy out there. He didn't look good at all. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10 only because when we were in control, we actually did look pretty good with him. So he actually had a pretty big impact on that second half when we played really well. Kagawa, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 because he was magical today. Like he's been ever since Stoker arrived as well. Even with Boss, he was actually doing pretty well. Kagawa has been very consistent, and he's showing his technical ability. The guy is a god. He's a magical little Japanese ninja, man. He is amazing. Pulisic, I'm going to go to you, buddy. I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10. I feel like you deserve that because you were just speeding past defenders. You were doing good things. You should have had an assist if Yarmolenko, didn't scuff it like usual. But I feel like Pulisic played really well today. It wasn't his best game, but he still had a big part in the game. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Yarmolenko, I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10. I didn't feel like you were that good today. Like, as usual, you haven't really good at for us for a long time. It sucks, but it's just he's been having another bad game. He didn't finish the chances. Yes, he got a goal, which kind of helps his rating, I'd say. Give him a 4 out of 10. I would have given him a 3 if he didn't score. But he scored, so I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Defensive contribution, he never really gets back at all. I know he probably wasn't going to in this game, or he should have actually, I feel like, because it would have helped the pressure, but I mean, he just didn't really look that good. Substitutions, I'm going to give Dahoud, who came on 35th minute, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I feel like he brought a big presence to Dortmund. He actually really helped. First half, like I said, was a struggle, so it wasn't the best thing. But second half, he looked so much better. Oh my god, it was just like, oh my god, it's like Gundogan again. It's like watching Gundogan again. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because I feel like he had a very good game today. Definitely helped us a lot. Schürrle. I really hope you leave in January. I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10. Yes, he somewhat helped us a little bit, but I don't know. I just don't think he's good enough to play at the club. And a lot of you are like, oh, well, Dortmund's not even good anyways. Bayern's always been better. Fact is, Schürrle just isn't good anymore, I feel. He just isn't good. He took a Pulisic chance away. Pulisic had a great chance, and Schürrle was offside. He came in and took the ball, and was like, oh, I'm going to score. And you were offside. Pulisic could have scored, but you took it. So, thanks a lot. Isaac, he came on really late, so I'm not sure if I want to give him a rating or not. because he did come on like the 88th minute or so. So I'm not going to give him a rating, but if I did, I'd probably give him a 5 out of 10, maybe. Because he did come on and he was doing very well, creating spaces and everything, getting into spaces. So he was really good, but the missed chance definitely affected the whole game. Like, it could have changed the game, and he missed it. So give him a 5 out of 10 if he came on earlier, but since he didn't come on until very late, I'm just not going to give him a rating at this time. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Dortmund-Bayern game. Let me know your thoughts about Dortmund already getting kicked out of the cup already because of Bayern. And, I mean, really, should you just give the trophy to Bayern already? Because nobody's going to beat them. I mean, there could be an upset. I'm not saying there isn't, but there could be. But the possibility is that is pretty slim because it's Bayern, so might as well just give him the trophy now, it seems. But other than that, I feel like Peter Stoger, yes, he got his plan wrong the first half. It was terrible. It was dreadful. But the second half, he made the adjustments. He actually did what he was supposed to do. He fixed the game. He changed it for us, and we looked a lot better. So credit to him, though, because he actually made the right decisions. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Nagelsmann cannot join in the summer for Dortmund, keep Stoger. The guy is very good. He fits with Dortmund. The team is playing really well under him. Yes, today wasn't good. The first half was terrible. But you saw in the second half, that's what we can do. And if we could do that, we could definitely test Bayern. But we have to just keep training under Stoger, and it could get a lot better. I mean, he's just joined, so he can't implement what he wants that fast. So it'll take some time. When he gets it, and we get our key players back, I feel like we will definitely be a force to be reckoned with. But for now, we're just kind of learning still. We're still trying to get results. We're trying to get better. So, GG. But still, I feel like Stoger could definitely be the man for Dortmund if Nagelsmann doesn't join. That is it, guys. That is my review for the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. And if you are new, please subscribe because I'll be doing reviews for Dortmund. Well, I'll try to do every game for Dortmund. And so if you do like them, please click that like button. I will see you guys next time. Peace.